Hey, Raptor Freaks, it's Alexiot with a special midnight Monday memory, Raptor Freak Monday memory. I know this is a little unorthodox, a little late for me to be being on and stuff like that, but I just wanted to come on real quick and get my daily content out. Today's Monday memory is the Miami Heat triple overtime thriller, January 29th of this year. It was an amazing game where all of our starters all played 54 minutes or more, which was absolutely crazy and insane. It was real symptomatic of our bench not being able to play at the same intense level as our starters. That was necessary for us to win that game. That we needed that kind of high level of play, and that hopefully this year we'll have guys that can actually step in and take over for a little while these guys get rest, because playing 54 minutes, 56 minutes, 55 minutes, Pascal, OG, Scotty, Freddie, and Gary was the leading scorer. He had 33 points. Freddie had some really clutch threes late. Of course, Scotty got the two free throws at the end of regulation to even put it into overtime. If that had not happened, if he had not been clutch in that way, there would have not even been any kind of chance to win in overtime or anything like that. So that was a really, really fun game, a really nail biter, a lot of fun to watch. And so happy the Raptors ended up winning that one. In fact, Scotty's talked about this game on Twitch this summer, and he thinks it's one of the best games that he played in this year as far as his rookie season and playing for the Raptors and stuff like that. So it's really awesome. I see that a couple of people have been in the chat. Monique saying safe travels, and Evelyn saying have fun, enjoy, and be safe. And safe travels from G also. Thanks, guys. Yes, I am going to be traveling tomorrow. That's why I'm on right now, really late. But yeah, this game was really balanced between the five starters. Like, they all really did well. OG had 20 points and 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Siakam 21 points, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, 4 blocks. Gary 33 points, 5 steals. Amazing stuff. Fred had the least amount of points, 19 points, but he had some very, very important three-pointers very late in the game, in the last overtime, to get us ahead, to make sure we won that game. And I know a lot of you remember this game, and it was so much fun to watch. It was just a classic. It was a classic. It was the kind of game that the Miami, even though they lost, they felt like, there was some respect. They were like, wow, we lost, but wow, what an incredible game this was, and stuff like that. Off the bench, we only had 3 players play. It was Boucher, Achua, and Banton, and they only collectively scored 9 points. And we scored 124 points over 4 quarters and 3 overtimes. And the fact that the 5 starters scored 115 points is insane, is crazy, with that amount of time and stuff like that. Like, if you look at the box score, the Heat all have, like, there's like Jimmy Butler was insane, 37 points and a triple double. And then all the rest of the guys, nobody has over 20 points, and there's more balance. They played 9 guys, and not too many guys. Nobody went over 50 minutes like any of our guys did. So, this is a good example of a game where we could have really used a better bench. And hopefully this kind of stuff won't happen this year, because we will have guys that can be capably come in and take over. Hey, Monique's here. Does Scotty still mention the crazy dunk to you? Well, that dunk was in this particular game. It was in a different Miami game, but yeah, he talked about it a lot on his Twitch this summer for sure. He he said that he felt he was worried that he hurt the woman, and that he was all right, and he doesn't think that the play by Martin was dirty when he pushed him out of bounds. So all right, so there's a couple other things I want to talk about real quick. There's a brand new Scotty clip episode number 2 dropped this evening, and it's about an 8-minute clip, and it's about Los Angeles, and it's really fun. There's a really cool part in it with Paul George, who's he's talking at Rico Hines, and he's saying that, man, Raptors, you guys have been here all 3 weeks at Rico Hines working hard, and that if you guys don't start this season hot and get going really, really good, something's wrong because you guys are working hard right now here at Rico Hines. And that's from Paul George of the Los Angeles Clippers, somebody that doesn't have anything to do with us, but he was there at Rico Hines a couple times, and he's been noticing the work that our franchise is putting in at Rico Hines and stuff like that. That was really cool. And that was included in the Scotty Barnes YouTube episode that just dropped today. So that was interesting. And then there's a really cool part where Scotty's sitting on a bench with a bunch of the young guys like Justin Champagny, Delano Banton, Ron Harper Jr., Jeff Doughton Jr., Christian Coloco. They're all sitting in a row, and Masai's standing there smiling, and Scotty's saying, "This guy's the GOAT. This guy's the know the vibes. This is the real one. This is the guy." He's pointing at Masai, and he's just talking Masai up on camera and stuff like that. And this is in his episode also, which is really fun. And he shouts out the Twitch a little bit. He meets a fan out on the street, and he's like, you watch me, but you haven't subscribed to my channel, bro. Come on, man, subscribe to my Twitch." And he flashes the address to get to the Twitch for a split second. Scotty's so funny. The episode's really cool, and it's getting a really good reaction already in a couple hours that it's been out already this evening. A lot of people are just like really falling in love with Scotty and just how he is and how much fun he is and stuff like that. And the clips are awesome. They're so cool and stuff like that. Of course, there's a part where he's outside on a street trying to throw a baseball around. I think he's with Jalen Green at that point, or Josh Christopher, one of the two of them. And he's really not good at baseball. It's like you'd think with these big, huge hands, he could catch the ball real easy, but maybe the glove doesn't fit his hand or something like that. But yeah, he was not good at baseball. Let's just put it that way. He may have been good at football and really could throw as a good quarterback and stuff like that. But no, baseball is not one of his sports. Let's just put it that way. Another Rico Hines clip dropped today, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's another half hour to almost a half hour of footage, and this one's really interesting because the Rico's complaining that guys are fouling too much in the runs. That this is the runs, and yeah, we're not going to call a lot of fouls, but you guys are over fouling. And in fact, there's a point in the clip where Jeff Doughton fouls way too much in it. And like I know some of you guys have said that you don't feel like Jeff Doughton's a good defender. And I think, maybe he is fouling too much, but he pissed Fred off. Like it was a Raptors versus Raptor part of the clip. And he was on Fred really tight. Like he grabbed his arm, and Fred got frustrated and yelled about all the fouling. And then at the end of the clip, they have a talk about it. They talk about you guys can't foul like this at whatever level you play at and stuff like that. And they're specifically talking to Jeff Doughton Jr. in that point, because he's not only was fouling Fred Van Vliet, he was fouling Pascal a lot also in the clip too. You could see it. It's crazy. Yeah, Lolita, are you dreaming? It's a midnight. You are going away. Be safe. Yeah, I have to go on a plane tomorrow morning, so I'm doing my clip for Monday now so I can get it done. What's up, Carl Otts? I guess I'll be seeing you in a couple of days, mister. Monique saying, no surprise, Yuta was going to be picked up. Saw your comment. Yeah, this is some of the news of the night also. There's a lot to talk about tonight at midnight on a Sunday in August. Yuta Watanabe was given a offer by the Brooklyn Nets, and he's going to be in their training camp this fall. But it's non-guaranteed, so he's pretty much kind of in a similar position to guys like a DJ Wilson. He's going to be trying to make the Nets, and he could very well be one of the cuts in training camp. So he's not guaranteed to be playing for the Nets this season for sure. But he does have a real good shot, because it's this kind of thing where they got in the Kevin Durant trading like discussions. Nothing happened. Things got put on hold. Other guys got moved and already got signed up, snatched up. And it may be that the Nets need to fill the roster out. in certain ways. So maybe he will make the team. I have no idea. I can't tell you for sure. I don't follow them. I'm not the Nets freak. So I can't tell you the state of their roster and the actual chances that Yuta has to be playing for the Nets this whole season. He has to get through training camp, but he's won training camp battles in the past. So we know he may have it in him and stuff like that. Yeah, Carl is in Vegas. All right. You have safe travels, my brother, and enjoy yourself out in Las Vegas there. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, just a little bit more about the Rico Hines runs, the clip that we see today. Moses Brown. This is like the whole thing comes full circle. You guys talked about Moses Brown all year long and how the Raptors need to trade for Moses Brown to get our center and stuff like that. Well, it's real cool that Moses Brown is a UCLA alumni and he's currently in the Clippers training camp, and he's on the clip for this latest clip that came out today, and he's 7'2". Yeah, I seen this is the most I've seen of him really in some ways, but I really like seeing him battling a little bit with Koloko and stuff like that. So it's kind of an interesting full circle kind of thing, and Rico kind of points out Moses at one point in this clip talking about, yeah, it wasn't exactly how you thought it was going to be getting in the NBA. Wasn't as easy. How many teams have you been on now, Moses? Is what he says to him. And Moses has been on like 4 or 5 teams just in the 2 or 3 years he's been trying to stick to a team in the NBA. So it was really interesting to see Moses Brown in this latest clip and think about it in the context of how much Raptors Nation, a lot of people have been calling out to get him on our team. Now, from my eyeball test on the Rico Hines runs, he looks big and slow and little lethargic compared to how our guys are running on the runs. And I have to say something about Precious. Precious looked way better on this clip. It's almost like in the one clip I was talking about in the last couple days where he looked winded and he was missing a lot and stuff like that. I think he figured it out. And he came back with a little bit more gumption and determination to look good because he looked way better on this clip that came out today for Rico Hines, Precious Achua. So, what also there was a really cool play with Fred and Koloko on this clip that you guys got to see. It's so badass. Freddie's going towards the basket on the break, and he has a bigger guy on his shoulder. And instead of like putting the layup up, he blindly bounces a ball off the backboard, and he doesn't even know if Koloko's there for sure, but he is. And it's such an amazing alley oop because Fred does it a no look off the backboard alley oop to Christian Koloko on a fast break. And it's so cool. Honestly, you'll see this clip on the Rico Hines clip today, and you'll be like, holy shit, did he even know he was there? It was almost like one of those tests that they do in offices to garner trust among coworkers, where they say you fall into his arms blindly behind you. You know, you just fall back. I'll catch you. Don't worry. You know, but it was like Fred just dribbles up, throws the ball off the backboard, and it goes over the defender's head. And Koloko's there. He just jams it on. Oh my gosh. It's such a beautiful play. Such a beautiful play. Oh my gosh. Lolita just finished watching Scotty's second video. Oh my God. Raptors look so good. Yes, they do. They really do. And this is August. Holy cow. We got to just keep this good vibe going and good things that we've been doing this summer. Monique's saying Scotty's YouTube followers gone way up. Geez. Well, of course. He's the rookie of the year and he's cool. And I think young people are really interested in him too because they identify with him. Somebody said earlier in a comment on the video, Nameless, I believe it was, they said he's just a big kid. And that's true. And if like people see him as a big kid, the kids see him as a big kid, they'll identify with him and they'll like him even more because they'll be like, he's just like one of us. He's just a kid too, and stuff like that. So he's really gaining a lot of popularity this summer. And it's funny because the haters are all saying, why do people think he's gonna be so good? I just don't see it and stuff like that. Well, they're gonna see it. They're gonna see it because they're not paying attention. They gotta see that this man's a lot stronger and he's ready to bully people. This is what he wants to do. He wants to bully people. Just a couple more things, like in the Scotty clip. He says that they're running this court and that the Raptors A team went like 6-0 on that court. And he's saying everybody contributed, that they all look good out there. He's talking about Koloko, Pascal, Fred, Gary, and himself. They were running at one point. It's been cool to see all the different permutations and combinations that the Raptors have been able to throw on the court at Rico Hines, and that we've seen different combos of different people together with all the different levels of guys: Gabe Brown, Jarrett Culver, Doughton, Harper, Koloko, Chris Boucher, Precious, all them coming in at different times. OG for a little while at some point too. So it's been really cool to see the different looks of the team in that way. There's a very short new interview with Malachi Flynn out that just came out today. It's cool. Malachi's very short and sharp, but it's cool because like he asked Malachi, the interviewer, "What's your favorite thing about your Raptors career so far?" And Malachi said it was making the playoffs this year and playing in playoff games. That is his biggest, most fun, greatest thing about being a Raptor so far in his short career, was making the playoffs. And I loved hearing that from Malachi. And just another real quick news and note: it sounds like Danilo Gallinari has gotten hurt in his game in the FIBA basketball competitions over there. So the Celtics' big free agency acquisition has a torn ligament, something like that. I don't know if it's a similar thing to Chet Holmgren, but it sounds like Danilo may not be available for the Celtics at the start of the season, at least, and stuff like that. Let's see. Lolita's saying the way that Scotty answered that boy's question about him being rookie of the year is just precious. I know that kid was, once again, and Scotty will say that they didn't disrespect him, but it was a similar thing to what Chris Haynes did with that interview at Summer League, where he say, "I didn't think you deserve to be. What makes you think you deserve to be Rookie of the Year? Like, where are you coming from, kid? Who are you? Who are you, Pipsqueak? Like, what are you Rookie of the Year? No, are you a blue chipper from Florida State that's in the NBA and like doing big things and Rico Hines runs? No, you aren't, youngster." So it was like, why are you asking me? Why do I think I deserve to be the Rookie of the Year? It's people. It's probably because they have a brother or a relative or somebody who thought that Evan Mobley or Cade Cunningham should have been Rookie of the Year or something like that. I don't know. It's that kind of mess going on down in the States and stuff. But that Scotty clip is amazing, isn't it, Lolita? It's just so well clipped together. And I really, really enjoy his voiceover with the highlights, like from the Rico Hines. And he's doing exactly what he does on the Twitch stream. He's like going, and he's like, get down there, baby boy, or what, get out of my way, baby boy. And he's saying stuff, get up on that rim. He's saying all this kind of stuff. This is the same kind of stuff he says when he reacts to it live on Twitch and stuff like that. And I was half expecting him to go live tonight just because it just dropped and do a live reaction to his second clip and stuff like that, which is kind of meta on meta because he's watching his highlights with a voiceover on the clip in the production, and then he's watching it live on Twitch in a reaction. There's levels of weirdness to that and stuff like that. All right, I don't want to go too long because I got to go to bed, and I am really tired. I probably am a little spacey right now. Monique's saying, "How much hope do you have in Hernan Gomez?" I don't know. I really don't know. Like Aaron Rose has put out this week in his report that him and Svi did not look good in their FIBA games out in Europe. That see, I don't know how to gauge Hernan Gomez. Now I can hear that Svi missed 9 3-pointers, 9 3-pointers in a game for Ukraine recently. But when I hear that Hernan Gomez didn't play very well in his game, and it's just because his stats weren't that big, I have to question that because Spain is a stacked team, and they could have he did okay and contributed really well to the win, but he didn't get a super impressive stat line. So I don't totally know if I should believe Aaron Rose about Hernan Gomez, but if you're going to tell me that Svi was 0 for 9 for 3 in a Ukraine game, then yeah, that tells me enough right there and stuff like that. So Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really care about him being on the team that much. I'd much rather have DJ Wilson on the team for sure. Like if it's going to be any kind of competition between DJ Wilson and Wancho, I think DJ Wilson, with the work and the amount of time he's done in the Rico Hines runs this summer, is very valuable because he already has this like part of this cohesion that we built this month in UCLA that I don't want to, I think he's part of that like feeling, and he was there and he was a part of all that work. So it seems like it would be real smart to keep him on the team for the season to let that carry over into a good start for our season. So that's why I think like DJ Wilson has a leg up and an advantage possibly making this team, even though some people may think he may get cut and stuff like that because his offenses look really, really good. And then once again, it's like Justin's not playing and stuff like that. I don't know what to think about what they're going to do with Fee. I really hope that they're not going to do anything weird with Delano Banton. I'm pretty sure they won't and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up because I'm pretty tired and I got to go to bed and stuff like that. But yeah, just to recap, what a great win that game in Miami, triple overtime thriller where both teams both deserve to win that game. It could have gone either way, but the Raptors showed the moxie and they did it away. They were in a hostile building and they did it with basically their five starters. They barely played any of the other guys. Chris Boucher hardly played in this game. Like seriously, Chris Boucher played 12 minutes. He had 1 point and 2 rebounds. That is not a good game for him off the bench. So it was completely relying on Pascal, OG, Gary, Fred, and Scotty Barnes that they carried this team through 55, 50, whatever crazy minutes, all of them playing almost all those minutes and stuff like that. Paul B saying, best game of the year. Yeah, see, Paul thinks that. And you know what? Scotty said the same damn thing on Twitch. He felt like that was the best game of the regular season. That he really enjoyed it and stuff like that. So, all right, on that note, whoa, throwing pens around. Look out. All right. Thanks for joining me on this Midnight Monday memory, special Midnight Monday memory. Paul, it did really have some pretty incredible moments. There was some, Gary was really good in this game. Watching the highlights back today, really saw like Gary Trent doing his whole like tool bag of different tricks, like whether it's the stuff near the basket, the mid-range stuff, the way he shakes guys off with the sidestep or any of the kind of spin around, fade away kind of stuff. It was really, really good and stuff like that. Let's see. He's saying Gary's free throws to tie it that rolled around the rim. Yeah, that free throw was crazy. Like when I saw that highlight, I was like, holy cow, that was really almost could have might not gone in. Gave Vincent, yeah, the timeout by Spoelstra when Vincent made almost that half court shot, and they thought the fans went crazy, but there had already been the play was called dead and stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah, it was a fantastic game, such a fantastic game, stuff like that. Good night, Lolita, and good night, Paul B. I got to get out of here. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back on Tuesday morning, 9:30 a.m. for Raptor Freak Classic Jurassic Tuesday Trivia. And that's when I will be broadcasting again because tomorrow's a travel day. I'll be going to Pearson, so pray for me. I think it'll be all right. I'm going on a non-peak time, and that was by design. So, yeah, hopefully I can get through there unscathed and no problems, stuff like that. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate the good luck wish. All right, guys, have a great Monday morning and have a great start of the week. As Scotty would say, be great and share the love, stuff like that. All right, please like, comment, subscribe, share as you will, as you wish. And thank you all for watching. Once again, thanks for a great birthday the other day, guys, at the meet and greet on Friday night. That was a lot of fun. Dark Knight, thank you. Appreciate you lurking in the streets and watching out for all of us at night because you really do a good service as a superhero. So, all right, thanks again, y'all. And remember, let's go. It's late, so I can't do it too loud. Let's go, Raptors.